And we are live. And there's no one here with me, of course, because we just went live. But I'm talking to myself because somebody may watch this later, and now we're live. So today is a very different day. Good morning. Don't forget to have your hydration drink before you start your workout. Don't wait until you're tired. Make sure that you have a little bit of drink before you start. And it tastes so good. So today is Thursday, December 3rd, I believe. Is it the 3rd? First was Monday. December 4th, I believe it is today. So it's a beautiful day. Boy, the winds have picked up out here in Southern California. Good morning, Mary. Thanks for being here. Great to see you here. You're the first message of the day, and I love that. So thanks so much for being here with me. I was just saying, Mary, where do you live? What area, which state are you in, I should say? Out here in Southern California, we've got the Santa Ana winds coming in, and they were howling all through the night. And it kind of gets exciting when you're trying to guess what just fell over outside and come down in the morning and take an inventory count of all the different things. So it's fun. As I was just saying, Mary, don't forget to have a little bit of a drink before you start, because you want to make sure that you're hydrated. Today is a tough day. It's the, is it the 3rd today? I'm trying to think, the 1st? Oh, that's right, because Tuesday was the 1st. That was the first workout of the month. Thanks for correcting me. That means I have until the 5th to pay the bills, right? I got an extra day than I thought. Yeah, which state are you in, Mary? Delaware. But you used to live in, that's right, you used to live in Mission Viejo. So you know those Santa Ana winds when they come in. Mission Viejo is a beautiful area. I've been there many, many times. Beautifully lined, always clean. The roads, there's a lot of, the roads are very wide, and they're great. And I've spent some time biking down there as well. I used to ride down there and go to soccer tournaments. I'm sure, Mary, you remember a lot of the soccer tournaments were down there. Your board won't be here until Wednesday, so you got 7 more days. Sometimes they show up a little bit earlier. But again, great for you to be here and see. Today is a tougher workout. We've had a lot of requests recently for people that want strengthening exercises rather than balance exercises. And the great thing about the 60 up is when you're working out on it, you're working your balance without even knowing it, because subconsciously, the brain is focusing on what's happening with the board. But a lot of the exercises today will also be, without, you're on the board and we're rocking, but we're not working so much on balance as we are strengthening the muscles. Carol, great to see you here. Hope you get on the board as well as Joe. And I look forward to Mary joining us next week. If it's there early, hopefully you'll be joining Kathy on Wednesday. And you'll have a great class. Bob, good morning, Bob. Great to see you here. It's going to be a tough day today. This is a solid workout. Not so much balance training as it is strength training, but balance is included. And again, do what you can do. Pat, good morning. Great to see you. I hope you have the same energy as Craig, because Craig's like, hi, Dan, I'm ready. That puts pressure on me because Craig came with an expectation today, and I better fulfill that. I dressed in green a little bit, like a military green today, because I'm going to be a drill sergeant. No, I'm not. But I kind of put on that, okay, we're back in the training. It's, what's it called? I'm trying to think when I went through all the training. I don't know, my best mate, Simon Conroy, was a PTI, physical training instructor with the Royal Marines back in England. So I'm going to try and be half as good as he is. Ginny, great to see you here. That's the name I love the most. The last name is, it makes me smile every single time. So let me tell you about today's workout. We're going to be going through a full body workout for strengthening. Now, balance will be incorporated into that, and there'll be things that you'll struggle with. And we're going to be doing what I would do when I used to train professional athletes, where we do certain amount of repetitions of exercises. So we're taxing the muscle, strengthening the muscle without finishing it up. There you go, Mary. It's a boot camp. Mary, you're my drill instructor. In fact, you're going to be the colonel. So we have the principal, Betsy, who isn't here yet, and then we got Mary, who's the colonel. So congratulations on your promotion, Mary. And hopefully we've got a couple of special guests. I'm wondering if Bob Eubanks is going to join us today. I spoke to him yesterday, and he said that he would be here. So looking forward to Bob joining us again today. So again, let me explain today. We're going to be working on body strengthening exercises where we're going to work pretty much every area that you could imagine, going up from the feet up to the upper body. So when I went through that, I'm going to read the list. We're going to start with toes. We're going to go to feet. We're going to ankles. Then we're going to go to calves. Then we're going to go to knees. Then we're going to go to thighs. We got hip flexors, and then we got hip rotation. We got glutes. That's your butt. Core work, working those abs, strengthen it up, and we're working the front and the sides today. Then we're going to go to chest, then we're going to go back, and then we've got shoulders and biceps. Now you will need your long resistance bands, and you will need your short resistance bands as well. We'll finish with the short. We're going to start with the long when we get there. We're going to do 2 exercises per body part, and we're going to go through them. It works out at about 2 to 3 minutes per body part, with a little bit of a change in between halfway. Now, with that being said, because this is a new type of workout that we're doing, rest when you need, do the amount of reps you feel good, go at your own speed, trying to keep up, but I'm raising the level just a little bit in here as we go. So, with that being said, I do have a message. And again, some of you just joined, have your water now. You want to make sure you're fully hydrated before you start the workout. I know that Kathy did a great class. I think it was last Wednesday. Good morning, Jen. Kathy did a great class last Wednesday talking about how hydration and the need for hydration. And again, it's something that I incorporated with our hydration nutrition supplement that we have at 60 Up, because hydration is critical. We know for the body, drinking and making sure that you're hydrated is more important than eating. You will survive longer not eating than you will not drinking. So, hey, Denise, great to see you. I saw your message yesterday, Denise, saying that this is tougher than you thought, like you're having to take some breaks more than you thought you would, but that's because you're a bull in a china shop. You're going to go and get it, which actually taps into my message today, which was the message. It's great to see Denise on here saying that and having read the message, Denise. So I used to train a professional soccer player. I found him at the age of 15. And I used to take him to professional soccer games. So I was a head coach on the Olympic program at the time. And I found this young 15-year-old Armenian player who was really raw. Talk about a diamond in the rough, and yet uncut in their skills. And I used to go pick up, his name is Yura Mavsisian, a great guy. He had the heart of a lion. And I used to pick him up and I brought him into the Olympic program, and they said I couldn't bring him in. And I'm like, why not? They said he doesn't have enough experience. I said, but this kid has so much heart and passion, and I want to take him under my wing. And they wouldn't let me bring him in. So I basically said, either let me bring him in or I'm going to resign. So they let me bring him in. And over the time, he became the captain of my Olympic development team here in Southern California, and went on to be the highest drafted player ever in the history of the Major League Soccer MLS that didn't go to college. He went at 18, the number 4 draft. He ended up doing so successful, won the Golden Boot, won the MLS championship with Real Salt Lake, and then he went off to play in Europe and played for Russia. Not for Russia, he played in Russia, sorry, for Spartak Moscow. And I think he was at FC Groningen over in Denmark. Now, let me get to the point of the story, because I want to give you the backstory. When he came back and trained with me at my gym, I said to Yura, what's the difference between how you used to train and how you train now? And he said, before I wanted to be the hardest working player. Now I'm the smartest working player. And it was so important to hear the progression of going from an amateur where you work your hardest to realize when you get to the top level, you've got to be the best at some things, not at everything. So Yura was a forward, scored tons of goals, and he said he did about 200 sprints per game. So he had to have the fastest speed and the most stamina to repeat, but he didn't need to win the 2-3 mile runs because that wasn't what his position demanded. So let me take that back to you now. You've got to look at the things you want to do in life. You don't have to be the best at everything. You have to train at the things you need to do. So if you need to walk up and down stairs to get up to your bedroom or up to your front door or anything you have to do, those are the things you focus on. If you want to go out and play with your dogs, focus on the footwork, the energy that you need for that. You don't need to be the strongest person in the world because you're not going out there to win a weightlifting competition. Well, unless that's what you want to do. But again, so today we're going to be working a lot on strength. right? We're going to give those workouts to people that have got their balance back. They can't believe how good their balance is, and now they want to get stronger. So that's today's focus. So work smart, work intelligently, do what you need to do, and then rest when you need to. So I would love, if there was one thing, apart from the fact that 60 Up, has changed so many lives. And again, it's, changing lives, improving lives is my target, my goal. But if anybody said to me, what is it that makes the 60 Up private group so special, apart from obviously the community, the environment, and the positivity, I'd love to say I have the smartest people in this group. They know what to do, they know how to do it, and they listen to their body. They're their best coach, and they're developing their lives for the things they want to do. So there's a lot of things I'd love to say about you, and a lot of things I already do say about you. Amazing, commitment, dedicated, disciplined, got a fire in your belly, got a pilot light in your heart. You've got vision for the future. There's goals you want to achieve, and you're taking action, and that is so important. But I also want to add that you're the smartest trainers. You listen to your body, you push yourself to your goal, but you don't over push to set you back a step. So that's my goal for you today. I'm going to quickly say hi, and then we're going to get on with this. I'm not going to put music today, but if this class goes well and you like it and you want more of it, I will add music to it because it's great for energy in a workout. Rosa, lovely to see you here this morning. Hope you're ready for a tough workout. Betsy, the professor, I talked about you earlier in here, Betsy, because earlier on we have Mary, and Mary now is, well, I should call her the drill sergeant. She is the colonel, but she's the drill sergeant. I talked about you as well, Betsy, being the professor. We're getting all these different things. Elsie, great to see you here. Barbara, I saw your message yesterday, Barbara. You're going to work to get rid of that cane because we're seeing so many great messages of people that have got rid of their walkers, rid of their canes. We're going to get you rid of that cane at the right time, Barbara. We're going to help you. Jill, great to see you here. Thanks for showing up. Craig, thanks so much for saying you like the stories. I have a lot of stories people tell you because I've been fortunate to love and live an adventurous life. If anybody wants to see more about my coaching, you can go to Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, it's free. I have a documentary on there. It's called The Ultimate Goal. Some of you have seen it. It shows you a little bit more about my coaching the youth players. So that's The Ultimate Goal for free on Amazon Prime. Deborah, great to see you. Marie, and I'm not going to pass Deborah. Deborah, great to see you. Marie, thanks so much for being here and watching. I hope you're joining in. Amy, best morning messages. You're the best morning messages. You guys showing up. I love that. So thanks so much. Vicky, yes, you're here to check in. You're going to be doing this workout. This is going to be a tough workout today, Vicky. I know you had a great workout yesterday. I saw your messages with Kathy, and she's phenomenal. And I know Debbie is as well. So with that being said, I'm going to get going. If anybody else is watching and joining in and hasn't said hi, please say hi, because I love to get to know all of you. All of you are important and special. So with that being said, again, full body workout. We're going to go from toes to feet, to ankles, to calves, to knees, or sorry, for the people backing in, to calves, to knees, to thighs, to hips and hip flexors, glutes, which is your butt. I already said that one. Core, chest, back, shoulders, and biceps. And we've got to do all this in about 30 minutes. So good luck. Let's get going. Don't forget, keep your water handy. Okay, so the first exercise we've got today, I want to get a little bit of a warm-up going in here. And again, stay with me as long as you can. Stop when you need, join back in. This is going to be, like I say, a pretty intense workout. I'm going to push the speed, but go at your own speed. This is a strengthening class. So the first thing I want you to do is just start by just marching in the spot. Of course, a warm-up doesn't go at full speed. We're going to keep this where, again, we want to get the heart going. We want to make sure the body is functioning and just loosening up before we start. Now, take a little step to the side. Again, go at your own pace. There you go, just going side to side. If anybody's joining in, I can't see the names on here. I see people are joining in. And so I'll come and say hi to you later, but thanks so much for being here and joining in with us. Okay, next thing I want you to do is just lift your knee and take it to the side. We're going to be doing this exercise in a little while, but what we're doing here is just loosening up the hip, because again, we want to be supple and flexible for the strength training. I always say flexibility, mobility, and suppleness are really important for strength itself. There you go, good. Now what I want you to do is just lift your heels up a little bit. Again, just loosening these muscles up. If you noticed, I got white shoes on today because this is a strength training. We're not doing so much of right foot, left foot. We're just going to be working through here today. So I want to do a little bit of a change in there as well. One thing I want to change really quick as well. Keep going, keep lifting those knees up. There you go. Knees up, good. Now the next thing I want you to do is just lift the knee up a little bit in here. We're just activating the hip flexor. We're activating the core. We're getting our balance. If you want to do it without holding onto the pole, then you're welcome to do that as well. There you go. I've got something in my pocket. Had a piece of paper. I don't want to admit the truth, but I'll always tell the truth. I just pulled these out the dryer and I must have washed them without taking the paper out of my pocket so I could feel the lump in there. Good. Next thing I want you to do, put your feet wide apart. And just bend your left knee, bend your right. Just so we're working across here nice and easy. Again, loosening up the groin now and also the hip in a sideways motion. We're about a minute away from starting the workout. Good, what I want you to do now is stand still. Just drop your arm down the side. So we're just loosening up the core, activating it, getting used to having some flexibility. There you go, good. Now I'm going to do an exercise my dad used to do when he was a soccer player, and I used to watch him. He used to make me do it when I was a kid, and I always thought it was the craziest exercise. Put your hands on the hips. I never liked it. Just draw circles with your elbows. What it does is it's activating, moving your whole waist around. So just think of drawing circles with your elbows. I still don't like it. It's not my favorite exercise, and I used to always roll my eyes when I did it. But I know that it does help loosen up the lower back, get the core activated. Good. Drop your arms, just roll those shoulders. Excellent. Just keep that going, nice and relaxed. And again, go at your own speed. If I'm going a little faster, it's okay. Don't get stressed out. Like I said, I want you to be the smartest workers. Good. And then from here, just take your chin, turn it to the right. Come back to the middle slowly, turn it to the left. Come back, so do it again. Now if you have vertigo, keep your eyes facing the front and just move the chin just a little bit side to side. Keep looking forward. If you can look to the side, get that extra stretch. Good, and shake the arms out. We're ready to get going. So the first exercise we're gonna do is gonna be toes. What I want you to do is take your right foot, put it on the board, and I want you to push inside the foot, inside the foot, outside the foot. And I want you to feel the pressure going on the big toe, the little toe. What we're doing, and put more weight onto it. The stronger you feel, put more weight. What we're doing is we're activating the toes here. We start simple and then we start building up, literally, because we're going to build up to the top of the body. Good, let's change feet. Put your left foot on number one. Push to the outside on the little toe, rock. Big toe, little toe, big toe. And you'll notice one way to do that is to pull your knee across and then go up on your toe. Now, for some of you who have told me in the past that you have a hard time lifting your heel off of the ground, your toes don't work, think of pushing the knee forward, but keep the foot on the ground, and that will make it where your heel has to lift off. Good, let's change it up. Now what I want you to do is step up on the board and just go up on your toe. 1, we're going to do 8 of these. 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Push that, change to your left foot. Now push the knee forward. 1. We're not really going up as a calf lift. We're going to do those in a little while. Just pushing that knee forward a little bit and feeling the pressure on the toes. Your heel will lift, but it's because you're pushing your knee very slightly forward. Last one. Good. Now come back to the center, put both feet on one and one. What I want you to do is don't push your knees forward. Think of rocking your hips forward now. You're not actually going up on your toes trying to lift up like a calf raise. All you're doing is you're pushing your hips forward and feel that weight go onto your toes. As you push your hips forward, you'll feel that strength in your toes having to start working to engage, and this is so important, you're having to engage the strength to push back. We did an exercise the other day that Bob Eubanks had asked about, and notice how the board's wobbling. It's okay because again, you're adjusting. It's part of balance training through strength. And we had to have that where Bob could push back on his toes when he felt he was falling forward. Okay, great. What I want you to do now, put your feet to 2 and 2. Just rock a little bit. We're still working on toes here. Now, what I want you to do is pick your toe up inside your shoe. So my toe comes up and you'll feel that you're almost going back onto your heel as far as your weight. Start by pulling the toe up, and you'll notice as you pull the toe up how your heel or your foot wants to go. This is great for people with drop foot or want more mobility. Toe strength is not just down, toe strength is pulling back up again. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 to go, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, last thing I want you to do is go across to the right-hand side, go up on your toe. Go to the left-hand side, go up on your toe, and you'll feel how we're strengthening the little toe as you just push up. Both feet stay on the board. This is the last exercise for toe strengthening. There you go. Almost there. Doing great. And come back to the middle. Let's step back off of the board. That's the first exercise. If you need anything, you need any water or anything or rest, then please go back and feel that you can grab your water at any time. Okay, I want you to step on number 2. Push down on that foot. You'll notice I'm not bending my knee trying to work my quad. I'm pushing that foot into the board. Feel the strength in the board. There you go, good. Step back off of the board. Now let's go to the left side. Step on 2 and push that foot into the ground. Feel like you're pushing the foot into the ground. Once we start getting off of the foot and we start going to the ankle, you're going to start feeling muscle engagement. Step back. We're going to go again. Right foot. 1, 2. Push the foot. 4. Push the foot. 5, 6, 7, 8. Step back off. We've got 8 on the left. Push the foot into the ground. 1. Push. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Bring both feet to 2 and 2. I want you to push and push. And you're not pushing the muscles. Think of pushing your foot into the board. And push. And push. And the reason I'm bending my leg is because I'm trying to put more weight onto that foot. We're really going to strengthen that foot ability up. We've got one more exercise for feet. We're going to go 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step back off of the board. Now, I love this exercise. I created it last night, never done it before. What I want you to do is push the board to the right and put the ball of your foot on the edge. And I want you to just push on the edge. Don't worry about your heel touching the ground. What we want to do is feel the impact or the pressure on the ball of the foot because it's on the edge of the board. So you should feel that line coming up through your shoe and just again activating that point on the foot. Let's go to the other side. Ball of the foot on the edge of the board. Heel does not touch the ground. This is not a calf stretch. I want you to think, push your foot, the edge of the foot, onto the edge of the board. There you go, good. 3, 2, 1. Now come back. Now what I want you to do, just watch this one time. Go the same thing, push, then push your heel. Push the edge, push the heel. Are you ready? Join in. So push the edge of the board, push the heel into the board. edge of the board. That's 2. We're going to go 6, 3, and 3, and 4, and 4. And it's really important, 5. Really important that we push that heel. Good, we're going to come back, go to the left side. Are you ready? Ball of the foot, push. 1, now the heel. 1. The reason we want to push the heel is we want to wake those senses up of heel pressure. So if you begin to lean back, that's 4. You begin to lean back a little bit. You've got the strength in your feet of feeling it. Last one. And come back. Good. Now we're going to add to this last one. You go ball of the foot, heel of the foot, step on the foot, and down. We'll start right foot. Are you ready? Here we go. Ball of the foot, heel of the foot, step on the foot, back down. Other side. Ball of the foot on the edge, heel of the foot on the board. Step up and down. And again, ball, heel, step, and change. 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 One more time each side. Ball, heel, step, and down. Last one. Ball of the foot, heel of the foot, step, and down. Good. Grab your water. You've got 10 seconds to get water. We move on to the ankle. So we've done the toe and the foot so far. Just a sip of water. We shouldn't be sweating too much, but we're moving and our muscles are engaged. Okay, take your right foot, put it in the middle of the board. We're working the ankle now, strengthening. Step up on the board. What I want you to do is push with the outside of your foot, push with the inside of the foot, push with the outside of the foot, push with the inside of the foot. I'm trying to see who's saying hi. I will come and say hi to you in a minute. I can't see from this far away. So again, we're not rocking the board. We're pushing with the outside of the foot, pushing with the inside of the foot, pushing with the out, and feel how the ankle is having to change its strengthening as you're pushing through here. There you go. So the ankle supports when your hip is changing. Again, strengthen the ankle. Last one. Let's step off. Let's go to the left foot. Are you ready? And push to the inside, push to the outside. And don't bend your knee too much. The slightest of bends in here. There you go. So we're push with the outside of the foot, push with the inside, push with the outside, push with the inside. And I can really feel how my ankle is beginning to really work in here and strengthen up. And we're going to take this to another level. Good. 2 more. That's 1. Last one. Good. And step back. Take your right foot, put it in the middle of the board. Now, this is where we really get some strength training. I want you to try and stay in the middle of the board, but I want you to rock the board and try and have your foot, try and keep that board in the center. So I can rock it a little bit faster, and notice how the ankle is having to adapt and adjust to the change, because my body isn't. My ankle is taking on a lot of that strength of ability to keep my body balanced. Now find the middle. Hold that balance. And rock the board with your arms. And find your balance. And rock the board with your arms. Find the middle. Good, and step back. Here we go. Right foot, come and step up. Now what I want you to do is just rock the board side to side. I'm staying in the middle and I'm trying to have my foot resist the rock of the board. That gives me some dynamic tension in the center or the sides of my ankle, inside the ankle and outside the ankle. You'll notice when the board goes to the outside, it's the inside of the ankle. When the board goes to your right, it's the outside of the left ankle. So we're adapting, we're training. This is such good training for ankle strength. Now, rock the board fast. And find your balance. And rock the board fast. And find your balance. And rock the board fast. And find your balance. And rock the board fast. And find your balance. There you go, good. Step back off of the board, last ankle exercise. I want you to step in the middle again. Now go up on your toe and hold it there and just wobble that board a little bit. And notice how your ankle works slightly different because you're up on the ball of your foot. And step back, put your left foot up, go slightly up onto the ball of your foot and then rock that board. And notice how the ankle is engaged. You'll feel your toes, but that ankle is engaged. Step back one more time. Step up on the ball of your foot. Rock it side to side. And step back down. Up and rock it side to side. Feel that ankle working and step back down. Great job. But we know ankle strength isn't just side to side, it's forward and back. So turn towards your left, step on the board, bend your knees, and now push with your toes, push with your heels. And what I want you to think about is your ankle strength. You'll feel it when you go back, you'll feel a little bit of stretch in the Achilles tendon. And then when you go forward, you'll notice there's a little bit of stretch on the front of the ankle. So we're gonna go 30 of these. Are you ready? And back, 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure your feet are 7, 8, 9. Make sure your feet are putting the pressure. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Push heel. 18. Push. 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's 30. Just step off of the board. What I want you to do is just roll that ankle out a little bit. And if I'm going too fast, go at your own speed. It's not how many you do, it's how you progress and have good technique. Let's roll the left ankle out. We've got one more exercise to do for ankle. Then we're on to the calves. And for those of you that wanted a strength workout, you're going to get one today. Okay, step back up again. Face the left. Now, what I want you to do, for those of you that are confident, those of you that aren't confident, keep both feet on. For those of you that are confident, take your left foot off and we're going to go, let's go 12 pushes. That's 6 each side. Push the toe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't rock the body. 5. Keep the body upright. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's change feet. You ready? Lift up the right foot and 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep the body upright. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Place your foot down. Step back off of the board. We're now going to move on to the calves. This is, again, really important. So before we start, because we've engaged the calves by doing other lower extremity work, let's just stretch out the calf a little bit. Put the ball of your right foot on the edge of the board and then push. Your heel is on the ground, and if you bend your knees slightly, you'll feel the stretch closer to your Achilles. If you straighten the leg, it's higher up of the calf. Let's change legs. Ball of the foot. Now, feel that stretch. Heel is on the ground. Ball of the foot is on the edge of the board. There you go. Just feel that stretch. One more time each side. I don't know if you can hear it, but the wind is howling outside right now. Feel that stretch. Good, and come back, change sides, because we are going on to calf exercises for strengthening, and this is going to be, again, a little intense, so go at your own pace and feel if you need to stop and stretch, and make sure you hydrate if you need to, if you feel that you're cramping up. Good, put your feet on 1 and 1. We're going to do 20 calf raises. That's going up on the ball of your feet, and we're going to hold for the count of 2. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, that's 1. Up and down, that's 2. Up and down, that's 3. Up and down, that's 4. Notice how you're working on your balance without even realizing that you're focusing on that. We're going up and your body is adjusting. Here we go. This is 8 and down and 9 and down and 10 and down and 11 and down and 12 and down and 13 and down and 14 and down. Come on, 6 to go. 15. I'm pushing your level. And 16. Did I just say 16? Here we go. 17 If we did an extra one, good on you. 18 and down. 19, last one, and 20, and come down, step back off. Let's just stretch out that calf again. Right foot on, ball of the foot. There you go, good. And come back. Oh, it feels so good. And go back into here. We've got another calf exercise to do. So again, you can write down the ones that you like, come back and do these later if it's too much. But you girls and guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, men and women, unique individuals, we're stepping back up again. This is great for you. Okay, so the next thing I want you to do now is I want you to now go up on your toes and rock. Up on your toes and rock. So we rock, and you'll notice as you rock across, my feet are actually in 2 and 2. As you rock across, you'll notice how one calf is working more. If I go to the right, my right calf is working more. And so I'm getting that little bit of individual strength training going on. I can feel my calves getting a really good workout. There you go, good. And up, and up, and up, and up. We've got 6 to go. Here we go. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7. Last one, 8. Come back down. Just rock the board side to side. Now, this is an exercise for people that, again, suffer from drop foot or lack of strength. What I want you to do is push to your right and pull your foot up if you can. And what I want you to think of is your shin in here tightening up, because your calf strength is all the way around your calf. Everyone thinks of the calf muscle at the back, but it's actually wraps around on the front as well. So we're going to pull up, now push, now up and push. Bend the leg you're standing on, and you'll feel you have to straighten a little bit the leg that you're pulling that foot up. So lift the toe and lift the toe. And if you're having a hard time lifting, think of it. Even if it starts off just with the toes touching the part of the, even if it's just the toes lifting up and touching the part of your shoe, that's okay, because you're beginning to integrate and activate the neurons, the muscles, and the tendons. Good, so stay to the right. Now lift that toe up and hold it. Now pulse. Pulsing means you're gonna do this. And all I want you to think is feel the front of your shin tighten. Let's go to the other side. Lift the toe up, hold it there now. Pulse. Small little pull, small little pull, small little pull. There you go, good. 7, 8, let's go to the other side. 8 on the left, 1, pulse 2, pulse 3, pulse 4, pulse 5, pulse 6, pulse 7, 8. Last time on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Just rock it out. Now, what we're going to do here is I want to stretch just the front of the shin just a little bit. So push down with your left foot, take your right foot and put the toe against the edge of the board, and then just pull your knee slightly forward, and you'll feel there's a stretch in the front of your ankle, and that's actually stretching the front of your shin. Change side, push down with the right, take the toes, drop them down the back of the board so they're hanging, and then pull your knee forward so you feel that stretch at the front of your shin. Good, one more time, left, pull that stretch. Next we're going on to knees. Last time on the left. Good, and before we start, step off, get a quick drink of water. Water is so critical. Okay, we're coming up to exercise number 5. Now step back on the board. Very simple. This is a knee strengthening exercise. Let me explain this to you while you're rocking. You don't have muscles in your knees. There's bones. You obviously have meniscus, cartilage, and then obviously you've got ligaments as well that go through the knee. So what we need to do is strengthen the muscles around the knee joint to make sure that it's supporting the knee. And the knee is probably the most injured joint in the body and susceptible. It's also the biggest movement joint that we have in the body as well. Okay, what I want you to do, take your heel back. This is your left heel. Now straighten the leg and squeeze the muscle right above the knee and come back. So we've got a flexion and then a squeeze. That's 2. And back and squeeze. Think you can even let go if you want with one hand. Put your hand on your knee and feel the muscle tightening around the knee. 5. Here we go. 6 and 7 and 8. Let's go to the other side. Put your left foot on number 1. Take the right foot back. Lift the knee very slightly and then straighten the leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, squeeze 6, squeeze the muscle 7, and squeeze the muscle 8. Come back and push. We're going to go one more time on the left leg. Are you ready? Lift the knee slightly. Now straighten. 1, and feel that muscle. 2, and 3, and 4. And if you don't think this is important, I do this with professional athletes. 6, 7, because again, we want to make sure that we have really strong support around the joint. Lift the knee, legs back. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, come on, 5. Squeeze the muscle. 6, 7. No pressure on the joint. 8. Good. Let's rock it side to side. Now, this is an exercise that I love for knee strengthening. You may think it's a squat. It's not. All you're going to do, keep rocking, is a small little knee bend and then squeeze your knees. Here, squeeze your knees. Here, squeeze your knees. So what I want you to do is have your feet on one. Try and find your balance. Now, small little bend, squeeze your knees. Small little bend, squeeze your knees. That's 2. Small little bend, squeeze those knees. 3. Small little, and this is such a small bend. 4, and 5, and 6. 4 to go. 7, and 8, and 9, and now hold it, hold that squeeze. Good, and release. Now just lift your feet up. Just in here, little butt kickers to loosen it up. There you go, good. We're gonna do one more set of those. Great exercise again for strengthening the muscles around the knee. You can't strengthen a knee because there's no muscles in there, but you can make sure that you support the joint, and keeping that flexibility there allows the ligaments to have movement strength in them as well. Here we go, 10 to go. Put your feet on one, find your balance, small knee bend, now squeeze. 1, and squeeze. 2, and straighten. 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and squeeze. 7, and 8, and 9, last one, 10. Hold that squeeze. It's just your knees. Squeeze those knees. Hold. Come on, we're strengthening. Keep those knees squeezed and relax them down. Just rock them out and just bend, go into those butt kickers again. Okay, so that is the knee strengthener we go into there. And again, you can go through those and do 2 or 3 sets a day if you want to jump on. All right, step back off of the board. I want to make sure that on this one that we're very aware of our technique, because technique's everything. We went over this on Tuesday, but when you do these squats, make sure your butt goes back first and then you sit down. What we don't want to happen is you bend your knees and this happens. If this happens, you put excess stress and pressure on your knees, and your knees are supporting and trying to stabilize and hold because you're not engaging muscles when you do that. All the pressure's on the knee joint. So when we do these squats, make sure the first movement is push your butt back and then think of sitting down. Now what's engaged? Your glutes engaged, your quads are engaged, your feet are engaged, you've got the pressure on your knees, on your heels, and as you come back up, the knees moving through a natural movement joint, it's not having all the pressure put on it. Again, only go as deep as you feel comfortable. If you've got knee pain, keep coming up until you don't feel the pain, and eventually over time we'll get more mobility. Okay, here we go. Feet on 2 and 2. Find your balance. Good, here we go. We got 10 squats. Butt goes back, down, down, up, up. That's 1. Slow and up. That's 2. Down and 3 and down and 4. Keep going. And down and 5 and down and 6. Notice how I keep my chest up as I go down. 7 and down and 8 and down and 9. Last one, down and 10. Good. Just rock side to side. I want you to bring your feet together as you're just doing a little bit of a recovery in between. Excellent. Now we're going to do a second exercise in here, but we're going to go back and do a second set. Now this second set, we're just going to do 6. The reason being, I don't want to drain you because we've got another exercise coming in, but I want to work on the strength of the muscle activation that we just incorporated. So we do a second set of 6. Then we're going to take a drink of water and come back and do the second thigh exercise. Are you ready? Here we go. Find your balance. Just 6 of these. Butt goes back and butt goes back. And here we go. Down, down, up. That's 1. Down, slow control. 2, down and 3 and down and up. Always trying to keep that balance, but think of the muscles in the legs. Last one, down and up. Good. Just rock it out again. Just bring your feet together. Whew. I can feel the heat rising up. The sweat's coming back even on a cold day out here, although the heat is picking up a little bit with the Santa Anas. It's cold inside the house. I can feel I'm beginning to get that sweat going. Good. Step back off of the board. Grab a quick drink of water. And again, don't wait for me to say get water. If you need it, stop halfway through the exercise, grab your water and join back in. Okay. Next thigh builder. We're going to take the right foot, put it on number 1. Now, what I want you to do here, right, is just here and come up, bend and come up. So we're going to go back to the ground. So we're stepping up a step, then we're doing a single squat and back. Are you ready? Yeah, you may have joined in with me. We're going to do 8 of these on each side. So we go into a lunge. My back foot's on the ground. Now step up. Now a small knee bend, up. That's 1. Down, up, here. That's 2. Make sure, even when you do a single leg, your butt goes back. That's 3. And 4. And butt goes back slightly. 5. And 6. And here we go. 7. God, I can really feel this one. 8. Good. Step back off. Just kick that right leg up just a few times. I can really feel that working. If you're not feeling that working, you're Superman or Wonder Woman. I'm Wonder Man because people wonder about me. Okay, here we go. Foot on number 1 on the left. Right leg back. We go into a slight lunge. Up. Butt goes back. That's 1. Back. Up. Bend. That's 2. Back. Up. 3. And back. Up. 4. And back. Up. 5. And back. Up. 6. Remember, if you're struggling, it's okay to take a break. Back, up, down, up. Good. Step back off. Take the left leg. Just kick it a few times up into here. Now we're going to move on from the thigh exercise because the glutes are going to incorporate the thighs as well, and I don't want you to be so tired you can't do the glutes. Good. Shake both legs out. You can hold onto the board. Try and loosen them up a little bit. Whew. Good workout. Okay, here we go. Step up, put your feet on 1 and 1. Now we're going to work the left glute first. We're going to do again a set of 8. All that's going to happen, put your weight on your right leg. Let me show you. Take the left leg back and you're just going to lift it small behind you in here, by squeezing the butt. Don't think of just lifting the leg back. Think about, I squeeze the butt, and we know the glute is such a powerful muscle for standing up, for walking, for being able to climb. So many things activate the glute. So let's get this nice and strong today. You ready? Number one, take the left leg back. It's a small lift, leg stays straight. Here we go. 1, 2, squeeze the butt. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring it back. Left foot goes on number one, right leg. Drag it off the back of the board. And one thing I've found as well is if you pull your toe up, it actually helps with the dynamic tension. You can point it. In ballet, we always did. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go across. We're going to go straight into the left side. Are you ready? Small little squeeze. 1. Now stay tall in your torso. 3. Don't lean into the back. Just a small lift. 5, 6, 7, 8. Change to the other side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Bring it back down. All I want you to do is just bend your knees a little bit and just rock the hip side to side. That will help loosen up, stretch out that glute. And hopefully you felt that. I really can. And talking of ballet, this is an exercise I used to do when I was a ballet dancer. Richard Glaston, who I told you before was the head of the Royal Ballet back in England, was my teacher, my main teacher. He was fantastic. He made me feel the dance, didn't show me or show me what I should do. He made me feel through my body, and I think that's one of my greatest abilities to have developed this program and understand balance and movement was my ballet training. Despite all the soccer, the Royal Marines, all the different stuff that I did, ballet was the one that was so close to the center of the body and understanding movement. Okay, here we go. Anybody have a $100 bill? You have to have you don't have to have a $100 bill. You have to imagine you have a $100 bill. I want you to turn your feet slightly out. So your toe is in line with number 2, but your heel is in line with number 1. Now, this is the $100 challenge. What you want to do is find your balance and squeeze your butt cheeks together as tight as you can and hold it. Now, what I want you to imagine is there's a $100 bill in the butt of your crack. Oh, hang on. The crack of your butt. The butt of your crack. The crack of your butt. And someone's trying to pull that $100 bill out and you're gripping it as tight as you can to not let them go out. Now, we're going to hold that for 6 seconds. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now pulse it. 1, extra squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now release it and squeeze. Release and squeeze. Release and squeeze. 3 to go. 1 and squeeze, release, and squeeze, release. Now, some of you may be going, why do I want to do this? I'm telling you, it's so important to have strong glutes that can activate, that can squeeze. Because when a muscle contracts, or when you need to have a muscle activated because of you're losing your balance, or you want to get stronger, you want to be able to jump from rock to rock, or you know, you're walking your dog and they're running and suddenly there's a stick in the way, you've got to jump over it. Your glutes have to activate. So by doing this contraction, a muscle will contract to be able to then activate or have strength in it. If a muscle doesn't contract, it's not going to have the strength to control your body. So that's why we do these small little exercises. You ready? We're going to go one more time. We're going to start off this time with 6 squeezes. Then, which is a release and squeeze, release and squeeze. The second one, you're going to hold it as tight as you can for the count of 6. Then we do small little squeezes to see if you can get any more squeeze in there. You ready? Here we go. Find your balance and squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze. That's 3. Squeeze. That's 4. Squeeze. That's 5. Squeeze, release, 6. Now, squeeze and hold for 6 as tight as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, 5, 6. Now, pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And release. Good. Bring your feet back to face the front. Last exercise. We're going to squeeze for the count of 10 and hold as tight as you can. Your feet are facing forward. Find that balance. Now squeeze your butt as tight as you can. Your legs may go a little straight. Here we go. 1, 2, keep it tight. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great job. Step back off of here. We're over halfway through the workout now. Next one we're going on to hip flexors, and we're going hip movement. Are you ready? So to start with, just step up, lift the hip, hold, join in with me, and step back down. Left foot. Step on 2, lift, hold, back down. We're going to build this one up. Lift, hold, back down. Step, lift, hold, back down. Now, we've got one more of these, then I want you to watch what I'm going to do one time. As we build up, we want to work on the movement, flexibility of the hip, and strengthen the hip flexors. Watch one time. You're going to step on 2, lift, touch the pole, touch the pole, touch the board, lift the leg to the side, bring it back, and step down. Let me show you one more time. Or you can join in if you want, just to test it. Step on 2, lift the knee, touch the pole, down, lift to the side, back, and then step down. We'll go to the other side. Here we go. We'll start slow and build the speed. We've got 10 of these on each side. That's a total of 20 total. Are you ready? Step, lift, out, in, down, lift, here, and down. That's 1. Go with the left foot. Step on 2, lift, touch, touch, touch the board, lift the leg, back, step down. Here we go. We're going to the other side. Step, lift, out, in, down, lift, down, step off. Step, lift, touch, touch, down, lift, here, step back down. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Step back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Step back off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Step back off. This is number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Step back off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Step back off. We're doing this repetition so that you get used to activation of muscle groups, loosening the hip, right foot. 1. And at the same time, we're now building that stamina that strength training would need for you to have full freedom when you're outside of the muscles and the joints. Step, being good enough and strong enough to have stamina. That's endurance, right? That you don't go out and suddenly you're tired. Back, lift, here. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Oh, that was 6, 7. Last one's coming up. I think we've got 2 to go each side. Up, down, and second to last one on the right. And it doesn't have to be so slow that it takes away the freedom of movement of the joint. Last one each side. You're doing great. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I messed up on the counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and step back down. Okay, that was a pretty tight workout. What I want you to do now, step back slightly and hold onto your board and just swing the leg across. Let the ball can touch the ground, just so we loosen up that hip and it's a relax. I'm not trying to lift the leg, I'm just swinging the leg. Change side, just here, small little swing. I'm loosening up the hip, especially the stretching. When the leg goes to the inside, it stretches across there. Good. Grab a quick drink of water. We're now on to our, we're on to core. We've got 4 exercises to go. Step back up, we're on 1 and 1. Now, I want you to think about this. Squeeze those ab muscles, squeeze those ab muscles. And to do that, what you're gonna do is blow out, Think of bringing your chest bone closer to your pelvis. Tuck the pelvis under. So I'm here, tuck the pelvis, and all we're doing is blowing out and squeezing those abs. Think of pulling those abs in and you're tightening them. No different than a bicep would tighten. You're going to squeeze those abs. They're a non-jointed muscle, which means we have to activate them. A jointed muscle, your bicep, you bend the elbow, your bicep works. Here, they're non-jointed. So we've got to make sure that we learn to squeeze those abs. So we're going to go very simple exercise here. I'm going to just stand, blow out, tuck the pelvis under and squeeze. We're going to do 10 of these. Are you ready? And go. 1. I whistled. And 2. And 3. Notice as the board's wobbling, how different parts of your abs, your stomach muscles, begin to activate. As it goes to the right, I feel my right side go. Here we go. 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Good. Now what I want you to do is the same thing, but it's a really small movement. Push down with your right leg and just push here. 1 and then lift the leg. 2 and 3. So as much as we're engaging the hip flexor, we're actually making the muscles tighter. This is number 6, because we're able to squeeze the muscle and then tighten it with the leg lift. 9 and 10. Good. Take your feet slightly wider apart to 3 and 3 or 2 and 2 if your legs are a little shorter, but comfortable. Now, what I want you to do is when you push the right, lean in that side and squeeze. So, you're going to lean across. We're going to do 10 of these. This is 4 and lean. 5 and lean. Squeeze those abs. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Come back. Just release it out for a minute. Just rock nice and relaxed. I want you to completely relax. We're going to do one more set of these. Now, core is so important because, again, as you begin to fall, if you have a weak stomach or if you begin to go off balance and you can't control your core to control your upper body, you can go off of into a tangent where you have to work extra hard with your feet and legs to go. Now, I can really feel those abs working. And again, this will give you, as I begin to change direction, my abs, my abdominals, my stomach muscles will contract as well to help me become a solid reactive force rather than something's working and something's loose. Okay, you ready? Here we go. We're just going to do 6 of each in here. Start with the balance, squeeze the abs. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Now what I want you to do is just in here, put your feet to 2 and 2. Now we're going to lift, squeeze and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Now take your feet wider apart and squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Good. Bring your feet back in. Just nice and easy. Okay, we're going to go through these next exercises. They're going to be pretty quick now. We're running out of time, not because I don't want to take the time, but I don't want you working out so long that we begin to drain the body. So I may go to, how can I say this? I may start breaking these up into different exercise workouts and maybe throw an extra one in on a Saturday. So instead of doing the whole body, we can do lower body one day and upper body another day. Again, I don't want to drain you. This is about being smart, which we talked about before. So with that being said, step back off of the board, grab your drink of water. And you know what? I started off by saying, I want to be smart, right? I want you guys to be the smartest. And I feel that we've done enough today already. So I'm going to come back and do the last part of this exercise on Saturday and post this video on the, obviously on this channel, so that you can really feel the work instead of being drained and going through. Because I spent a little bit more time explaining things today and doing some exercises for strength training. And come back and do a second one for upper body which will be a little bit longer on Saturday. So if that's okay with all of you, if that's okay with you, I would prefer to be smart because I can feel that my body is drained. Can I push through this? I'm used to lifting weights. I'm used to doing a lot of different stuff. I can push through. I, still like to get out and race when I can. So I've got that competitive edge, but I'm also aware of you. And if I'm feeling it, I know you've got to be feeling it. So again, if I want you to be smart, I've got to be smart for you as well. So with that being said, let's go into a little bit of a cool down, and then this Saturday, I will do another workout where we'll work from the core up, and I'll put some extra exercises on upper body work as well. What did someone just say? That's awesome. Okay, so what I want you to do here now is just lift up your right leg and left leg nice and relaxed. We want to work out this, I want to work out the quads, just loosen it up. There you go. Now, for those of you that feel comfortable, let go with one arm and just roll your shoulders so we work on a little bit of coordination as we're relaxing down. Good, and change arm. And it's funny because this is a little bit harder than it looks. That little bit of coordination. Good. Now put both feet on the ground, and I just want you to just lift the shoulders up and down so we loosen that upper body. We won't have realized that we will have worked the upper body just from holding onto the poles for confidence today. There you go. Good. Now what I want you to do is just hold onto the poles and bend slightly forward. And feel that stretch down the back of your legs. I know Kathy loves this exercise. It's where you're going to roll your back. So you're going to be here and then roll your back up and down. And roll your back up and let yourself hang down a little lower if you feel good. And then roll, push the lower back up first, middle back, and come back up. We're going to do it one more time. Are you ready? Go forward. Now push through the lower back and come and stand up. Now go a little lower if you can. I like my elbows to touch the poles because I know that then I'm really stretching my hamstrings. Now push through the lower back and come up. And then one more time. Elbows against the poles, straighten your legs. Feel that those back of your legs are stretching and roll back up. There you go, excellent. Now take the right ankle and let's roll it out. Good job, and change. Let's roll it out. Good, and let's go back to the right ankle, but roll it in now. So think of your knee goes to the outside and pull it in. And don't grip the ankle. Let the ankle be really loose and fluid. And let's change legs. Just rolling out to in. There you go, great stuff. Good job. Now, one thing I want you to do is now just lift your knee up, but I want you to lift it up relaxed. What I want you to think of is stretching the glute. We're just pushing it forward. So if you notice, my foot doesn't stay underneath me. I'm actually pushing my foot away from me. So I'm just into here, just again to loosen up the hip joint, loosen up the glutes that we squeeze quite a lot today. Good, there you go. Now, the next thing I want you to do, and I'm going to show you from the side, but you do it. Take your right foot back, bend the front leg, but push the hip forward. So I'm here. Now I push the hip forward with my foot and feel the stretch in the hip flexor. Good, let's go to the other side. Left foot goes back, bend both legs slightly, and then push my hip forward, and I feel a stretch down the front of my hip flexor. Let's go back to the right side. I step here, bend both knees, foot stays on the ground, and I just push my hip forward this way, which obviously is forward, but I feel the stretch down the front of my quad, and let's go the other side. We're here, bend, and push forward again. There you go, good. Now, come and stand back. I just want you to waggle your toes. Feet inside your shoes, those toes waggling. Nice and easy. Excellent. And just loosen those feet up. Now, just bounce on your heels a little bit. And feel nice and relaxed, and you'll feel that little vibration. If you look from the side, my heels are hardly coming off of the ground. And just feel that little vibration going through to, again, the bones will get engaged here, which is great for osteoporosis. But at the same time, we want those muscles to get used to like shaking and just loose. And last thing I want you to do, we're going to go back one more time. Just a little heel kicks back into here, and then a little side step, side to side, and your heart rate comes back down. So that's the end of the workout. I have no idea how much time we took today, but that was a tough workout. A lot harder than I thought it would be, because obviously the time that went into it, and we really wanted strength training. So I'm going to give an extra class this Saturday to work on the upper body and make sure that we're working that, the complete program. But again, it's being smart. It's not about how much you do. It's about how well you do the most or the best amount for that workout. And as I began to feel my body, I want you to as well.